Hey everyone, welcome back for episode 2 of my Pokemon Yellow Legacy Let's Play. If you missed episode 1, be sure to go back and watch the start of the journey. I ended last episode by defeating Brock, so it's time to make my way to Mount Moon. I battle most of the trainers on the way there, taking time to stop and talk to some of Kanto's more interesting fellows. I also pick up a Magikarp from a totally legit and honest businessman. I name it Flarp, but to be honest, I'm not planning on using Gyarados this run, so he's kinda just here to hang out for now. It's time for the game's first dungeon, Mount Moon. I brought plenty of repels so I don't go to Zubat land, so it's time to explore. I battle most but not all of the trainers here. I try to level up Ricky Jr., Jimmy, and Stinky since these three are around for the long term, while Mester and Flarp just kinda sit around and relax. Stinky also learns Absorb during this time, which makes him far more useful than he was before with just Tackle, especially against some of the rock ground types in this cave. I defeat the Super Nerd at the end of Mount Moon and choose the Helix fossil because, well, Omnite's just cooler. But since this is a remake of Yellow, we have a special encounter with Team Rocket's very own Jesse and James to end the dungeon. And for the first time all run, I actually team wipe and lose this fight on my first attempt. Legacy has beefed up their team a bit and I stupidly went into this fight with Jimmy already fainted. After a quick reset at the Pokemon Center, we run back and easily win the second battle with the healthy Jimmy, sending Team Rocket blasting off for the first time in the series. We finish Mount Moon and arrive in Cerulean City and are almost immediately challenged to a battle by Chunder. And again, our first attempt in this fight results in a loss. I stupidly don't swap to Magikarp to Sack so Jimmy can get a clean switch into the Bellsprout, but Legacy certainly has increased the difficulty levels of these first few major fights. The second attempt goes better though. I get that safe switch in for Jimmy this time and we manage to take down Chunder's team by the skin of our teeth, with Ricky Jr. finishing the battle with a quick attack with very little HP to spare. It's time to grind some experience before Misty. We beat the trainers on Nugget Bridge and the route to Bill's house. I focus mostly on leveling Ricky Jr. and Stinky since they're going to be the most useful against Misty. Along the way we pick up a Charmander from this absolute scumbag and name him Bumpus. Sadly for all you Charmander fans out there, just like with Flarp the Magikarp, I don't really plan on using Bumpus during this run. This is probably a good time for me to talk about how I'm building my team for this run though. I'm not going to spoil my entire planned team yet, but I want to showcase a few kind of less used Generation 1 picks that I personally never used when I played through this game as a kid, and I'm going to combine that with a few personal nostalgia picks as well. So far we have 3 of my planned final team, Ricky Jr., Jimmy, and Stinky. It's a yellow run, so I almost feel obligated to use Pikachu as one of my nostalgia picks. But like most kids, I almost always use Charizard and Venusaur when I played yellow, so picking Vileplume and Ninetales adds some cool variety to this run for me, especially considered both received some interesting changes to their movesets, which I'll cover as they learn new moves in later episodes. After battling most of the trainers in the area and talking to Bill, it's time to take on Misty's gym. However, something very notable happened right before this gym that spells bad news for Misty. Ricky Jr. learned Thunder Punch. And with Ricky Jr. leveled up to the max level of 21, the same level as Misty's ace Starmie, we absolutely plow through Misty's new and improved team, with their anime signatures Psyduck and Goldeen getting one-punched and Starmie faring little better, getting blasted by a crit Thunder Punch before succumbing to a quick attack, winning us our second badge. That's all for this episode. Stay tuned next week as we travel to the SS Sand to rub an old man's belly, take on the Lightning Military Man, Lieutenant Surge, and add our 4th long-term team member to the team. A fan favorite from the anime that's sure to bring a smile to everyone's face. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I'm Point and Rick, and I'll see you all next week for another episode of Pokemon Yellow Legacy.